So I prepared soup in the morning, friend visited in the evening, so I was very happy. Okay, some of the soup is still left. So he just said, I will bring some soup for you. Okay. So I went to the container, took a bowl and took out some soup in the bowl and gave it to the friends. Is it representing my soup? The soup present in the bowl, is it representing the soup in the entire container? Okay, what if that I would have stirred the soup very well before giving it, then took it out from the bottom and then put it in the bowl? Probably now the soup that I have is actually representing the soup present in the entire container, right? So that small bowl of soup is actually representing the soup in that entire big container. And that's the beauty of random sampling. If you randomly select some of them, then that small set of people has the characteristics of the entire population. It reflects a very good picture of the entire population. So that is random sampling. Okay. The need of random sampling, this is the need of random sampling. The need of sampling is that sometimes we are loaded with excessive amount of data, which even our software cannot handle. Okay. And sometimes it is not possible for us to reach each and every one because there are time constraints, there are budget constraints, and there are many other constraints. Okay. That's why we need to do sampling. And one of the best possible ways to do sampling is random sampling. Okay. So see that in the folder that is given to you in the session 1 probably, there is a bank loan data, bankloan.sav. So if you double click on that data and the SPSS file will open, okay, you will get the screen where you have the data. Opened? Okay. Now, okay, before I begin with sampling, I have just one question to ask. This is the dataset. This is a snapshot of the dataset. Now, what is the first thing that you observe whenever you load a dataset? First thing, very first thing. Before you can start with your analysis, there is one basic thing that you do, always. Huh? What variable? Size of the data. Yeah, that is what we observe always. Before we open the data, that then we will observe this much MB, that much MB. Huh? No. What we actually see a very basic thing from the data. We always try to ask a question that what do each of the rows representing? Each rows are called an observation or a case. Okay. So we want to understand that, say in this particular case, this is a data for bank loan, where the bank has recorded the information of their employees. There are a total of 850 rows over here. They have recorded their age, their education level, employee means designation, address, okay, and the income and so on. Okay. Here, each of the rows or cases are representing one one customer. Okay. So one row records the information of one customer. So each of the rows represent one customer. So there are 850 customers, means the data of 850 customers are recorded in this file. Okay. And of which we want to sample, say 20%, approximately 20% of the customers. Okay, data. You will see that in this beautiful menu bar in this SPSS, there is an option called select cases. You just hover your mouse over there, you will find that this is select cases. Were you able to identify this particular option? Okay, just click on this option. This one looks like a data file with some yellow highlights. Yeah. Okay, this icon also got some meaning. Means from this entire data file, they are highlighting certain portions, means selecting cases. So once you open it, you will get this box, right? This option box, right? Now see, here there is an option called random sample of cases. Select that. Selected, what do you get? These options get highlighted, sample, right? Just open it. And they're saying there are two options. One is approximate, one is exact. Okay. Now, exact is always not possible. Okay. So it comes in fraction. So we will go for approximate. Then you type 20 over here because we want 20% of the sample, right? So type 20. So it's saying sample size is approximately 20% of all cases, right? Are you able to grasp it? Yes. Huh? Yeah. So the sample size is approximately 20% of all cases, and press continue. And the last thing that you have to do now is to press OK. Okay, so tell me what you observe. An output window comes, right? Yeah. So now go back to the data file. And you will see that this SPSS has cancelled lots of the observations. They have cancelled. Means they are not a part of this 20% sample, 20% random sample. We have only selected the few of them. And how will you understand that SPSS has really cancelled it? What we will do, we will explore this new data set. That is the data set that contains the actual sample, those are not cancelled, and those got cancelled. We will see that. You will see that in the SPSS menu bar, there is an option called analysis. You see, file, in that menu bar, there is an analysis. So you just go there and you will find that there is descriptive statistics. Just follow this, descriptive statistics. And there you will get explore. Select. Now, if you go to explore, what you get? You get a window again, right? Okay. Now click on edge. Click on edge, and there is transport arrow. You will see that there is an arrow like this, right? Just press this arrow. So that will take you SPSS in the box. Okay. Right. So you got this till now in the dependent list. Now hover over these buttons, statistics, and click descriptive statistics. See, it's by default it is always clicked. Okay, so we will see the descriptive statistics. Press continue. Go to plots. Yeah. Once you select age, then click on the transport button. So there is an arrow like button over there. So that will take the variable age in the dependent list. Okay. And then there is an option called plots. Okay, I want to plot a histogram only, not a stem and leaf. Are you aware of stem and leaf diagrams? Very good. So let's go with only histograms. Okay, the one we know of. Okay. And then again press continue. So the things are very simple, although it looks a lot of steps, but it's very simple actually. Go to descriptive statistics, go to explore, and the rest of the thing you can do. Now press OK. What do you get? Do you get this information in the output? Huh? Huh? Yeah, this trace processing summary, and there you can see here N is 171. That means the SPSS has made its analysis on only 20% of the sample, means 171 cases out of 850 cases. Okay, so the sampling worked. And you can see this histogram, okay, probably you didn't get it in the red color or something, that will come, discuss how to do that. And this histogram is actually computed based on those 171 cases. Clear? Now the problem is that if you want to continue with your sampling, excellent, just go ahead. But if you do not want to continue with the sampling, now whatever analysis you do in the software will work on only this 171 cases. So we need to deselect it. If you don't want 20% of the sample, we should deselect it. Okay. Okay, any questions here? Someone probably wanted to ask some questions. No. Okay. So again, go to the select cases. Again, go to the data view. Go to select cases. And you see that there is at the very top there is an option called all cases. So select that. That's all. Press OK. Now what do you see? So again the output window comes. You go to the data view and you see all those that were cancelled, those cases that were cancelled previously are now gone. So we are back to the entire data. Okay. So if you want to continue with your sample, go for it. Okay. If you don't want to, if you want the entire data, means if you want to get back the entire data, then select all cases and get back your entire data. Okay. Clear? Of course, again you just go to select cases, again you just increase, yeah, change the 20% to 40%, 45%, that will do. Now, next thing that I'm going to discuss is a process of data drilling. So I want to subset the data based on some information. I want to drill down the data based on some information. Suppose that I want to find out all the observations, means the record of everyone, all the customers whose age is greater than 40. Understood the problem? I want the information of all the customers who are over 40 years of old. Okay. For that, you again need to go to select cases. Now this time we are going to select case based on that particular condition. And that condition is that age is greater than or equal to 40. Okay, so go to select cases and we will come across to this familiar window. And here, just below all cases, you will find that there is another option called condition is satisfied. If condition is satisfied. Okay, just click on that, select that option, and you will unlock this option over here. If. Right, so just click on that, you will get this entire window. So now all of us are on the same page. All of you got this? Now here is a box where we need to write the condition. So you can say select age, take it in this box, click the transport button. You know how to do it. Just take it over here. And then there is an option greater than equal to C, or you can just type greater than equal to, okay, that also works, either way. But there is still an option over here, greater than or equal to. You can also use the keyboard for that. And then write 40. Continue. Okay. Done. So now what you get, if you go to the data view, is a data of this type. Again, this is some of the observations got cancelled. And if you see that this is probably 20, this is 24, all got cancelled. And see the one who are highlighted, not got cancelled, all has age more than 40, more than or equal to 40. Okay. And in this way you can play around. If you know the logic of AND, or you can just keep playing around and drill down your information to get the necessary information. Okay, done. So again, now I want to go back to the original data set. What should I do? Select. So see, you learn so quickly. So you go to select cases and do all. Before that, do not hurry up. That means I didn't do. Before that, I just want you to explore this data set. How to explore that data set? You need to go to what? Analysis. Descriptive. Explore. Wow. Go, please. So isn't this interesting? Someone says that statistics learning is very dry. No, just descriptive. Make it just descriptive. Yeah. And in the plots, you just select this histogram. That will come later. Okay. First, let us. Yeah, the stem and leaf. Just don't deselect that. I'll come. That is okay. Let be like that. So all of you did explore? All of you explored the new data set? Did you get n equals to 248? So that worked. Okay, so whatever we did worked. And you see the minimum is 40. That's what our condition was, right? Minimum age should be 40. Now, suppose that now you have done so much of work, right? You have selected a certain portion of your data set, and now you wish to store this portion of the data set in a different data file. So that different data file will actually store the information of all the customers whose age is more than or equal to 40. Okay. So now you will see that this is very familiar now. So now you see that there is an output option. And in these output options, there is an option copy selected cases to a new data set. So SPSS is always ready for you. So it's asking that, do you need to copy the selected data set? The selected cases in a new data set. Select that option, give the name of your data set, whatever you wish to. See, there is an option at the bottom, output. Are all of you able to identify these options? Right, okay. So select this, give the name of the data set, whatever you wish to. Give a relevant name. I have given the name bank loan above 40. Okay. Press OK. Now make sure that you haven't selected the delete unselected cases. Okay. So click OK, and you will see that you will get a new data set. The new data set coming up in the window, right? So you can now save it. Okay, so you have a new data file. Facing problem? Yeah. Yeah, sure. See, we have this option, right? Select cases, this window. There is an output View, okay. And there are three options. Filter out unselected cases, copy selected cases to a new dataset. You just select this one. Okay. Once you select this one, you need to give a name to the new dataset. Okay, any name. It's up to you. What do you give? No, don't give spaces. Right, do not give spaces, give your name, and if you need to give a space, give an underscore. Okay. So, and click OK, and the new dataset is there in front of you. Got a new dataset? You didn't get a new dataset? This is use, I think.
This one is not the select one.
This untitled, level 40 data. Now you need to save it. No, it's not really saved yet. Okay, it's still untitled. You need to save it again. SPSS will open a file with that name, but you need to save it again to save it permanently. Done. Now again we need to go back to the original data. We need to go back means for further illustration we need the entire data, right? So what shall we do? What shall we do to get back the original data? All cases. So we are done till here. Now we will explore another thing, another techniques. That say, just let me brief you a little bit. That suppose that I have education over here. That can take 3 levels. Okay, say 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and I have say income over here. Say I have a data set like this and I would like to explore income. What do we do in SPSS? Analyze, descriptive statistics, explore, then select the necessary options, continue, OK, and you get the descriptive statistics for and the plots for income. Now I want to analyze it in a closer way. I want to use the variable education. And I want to understand when education is 1, what is the level of the income? Means what is the mean, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, and mean of the income. When education is 2, I want the same information. When education is 3, I want the same information. And I want a histogram for the variable income segregated in these 3 groups. So I want to further drill down my data. Okay. Now for this demonstration I will use a different data set. There is a data set named Bhakti 1 split. Okay. Just open the data set. It's in session 2, sorry, it's in session 2, right? na? Okay, see now there is an option, we have an option called split files. Okay. Tycoon has its own meaning. You want to split the data set, split the file. Click this option. Do you get a dialog box? Do you get this window for the split one? This one? This box? Now, see there are 3 options over here. Analyze all cases, do not create groups. I will look at that later. But see, there is an option called compare groups. That's what I want to do, right? I want to compare the groups. So we select that. Select compare groups. And in this data, what I want to do, there is a variable called neighborhood. The neighborhood got 3 levels. Okay, and I want to see this how the shared value differs over the 3 values of neighborhood. Okay, that's what my objective is. And so you just select neighborhood over here. There is an option there saying the group based on neighborhood. So your group will be based on neighborhood. Okay, so you select neighborhood over there. How to do that? Done, right? Very good. Now click OK. And you get an output saying these things. Output windows appear. You go back to the data and you see that entire data sheet is now sorted by neighborhood. Is it? It's sorted, right? Now you explore the data set again. You know how to explore, right? Go to Analyze. Explore, then you can do it. See what you have. Explore, you want shared value, right? You want to explore shared value. No, not neighborhood. Neighborhood, you have splitted the file based on neighborhood. Okay, now you want to explore shared value. In the dependent list, you put shared value. Yeah, just dependent list. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, give the histogram, na. Don't give stem and leaf. Deselect stem and leaf. Histogram, what are you getting? If you place OK, continue and OK, you see, right, similar files. So now you have that for the shared value that belongs to neighborhood 1, there are 49 such cases, and there are 34 cases where the shared value belongs to neighborhood 2. Okay, and you see that you have the mean, you have the 95% confidence interval, the median, variance, standard deviation, minimum, maximum for shared value corresponding to neighborhood 1, right? And you have the same information for shared value corresponding to neighborhood 2. Are you understanding the difference? So we have further drilled down the data to observe it very closely. Okay, based on groups, right? And if you see, you will have plots one by one like this. Now, don't focus on the colors and how it came, but I will show you. You will eventually explore. Okay, so it's very easy. You just double click on the graph and it will give you all the options. SPSS is the most user friendly statistical software that you can ever use. It's extremely user friendly. Just double click on the graph and you will get all the options. We'll come to that later. Okay. Now the thing is that once you have splitted the data, now you analyze a different variable, any variable of your choice. Now you go ahead and analyze, explore any other variables of your choice other than the shared value, and data is already splitted by neighborhood, right? So do that. Go ahead and do that. Any other variable, choose any other variable from the same data set and explore it. What did you see? Same, it is again segregated, right? So now once you have used the split command, once you have split the data in by neighborhood, whatever analysis you do from then onward, it will always give you a split result. Okay, so we always might not want the split result. Okay, so we need to desplit it. Okay, so you will see, if you again go to the split file, that option, the first option that I was talking about, analyze all cases, do not create groups, select that. Selecting this is equivalent to deselecting. That means desplitting that entire data by that variable. Done? Again you go ahead and explore the shared value. See if it worked or not. What I just said, yeah. Again you go ahead and explore the shared value. The shared value, the first variable, explore it again. Yeah, once it definitely it splits, okay, and that will deselect, desplit. Huh? Only single value, right? So it's no more splitting. Okay, so it worked. Fine? Okay. Now, often, so let's take a minute of breathing time. So, often for the purpose of many analyses, we are required to record a variable. Means, suppose that I have a variable in numeric form, and I might require to break it up in intervals and record it as 1, 2, 3, or record it into categories or convert it into categories. For example, say that I have a variable income which is in the numerical form, and I want to break it up as medium income, low income, and high income. Okay, because sometimes it is very easy to interpret these things. It is easier to interpret a high income rather than a particular value of income. Okay, so next thing that we are going to learn is that how we can convert a continuous data into categorical data. Okay, and this is often required in the purpose of analysis. Now, to convert continuous data into categorical data, we need to split the data, right? We need to say that, okay, this interval 10 to 20 will be this one, 20 to 30 will be this one, so on. For that, the information that we require is about the range of the variable. So we want to see that, say, consider this. Let us take this dataset grades.sav. You see that there is a data grades.sav. Just open it. In session 1, right? Grades.sav. Grades.sav, identified by all, the data file opened by all. Now, what we want to do, it's a big data set, okay. Now again, when we open a data set, what do we do? The first thing, first information that we like to capture. No, I just told. The first information, when we have a data set, what do we look at? The rows, right? So what do each of the rows represent? In this case, what do each of the rows representing? Huh? Rows, ma'am. The rows. Each of the rows are representing, huh? One student. Yeah. Here we have student, right? Each of the rows are representing one student. So each of the rows reflects the many information of that one particular student, one row. Okay, and then we have several rows in the data set. Okay. And I'm particularly interested about the variable percent. You see, there is a variable called percent. And I want to break that variable percent into 4-5 groups. Okay. For that, I need to understand the range or minimum and maximum value of this variable.